Hi, this is Sue Atkinson, and I am doing a video for watercolor beginners. Today, we're going to learn how to paint a sky. And the first thing you're going to see me do is we are taping down the paper to the board. Very important part of the process, because what this is going to do for you is it's going to keep your paper from shrinking and stretching. Today, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use some cyan blue color here on my palette. The reason I'm putting it on my palette is to make sure there aren't any lumps or bumps in that for when we move it onto the watercolor paper. So we want to get a nice swirl on there. We've added quite a bit of water into the paint to make it nice and juicy here. And one thing that we did is that our next segment that I am going to be putting water on the paper first. But I'm also getting some pink put on this palette here so that that is ready for when we do part of the sky from blue fading into pink. So here we go. And now we are going to put some water on the paper, just water only. As you see, we have that paper nice and flat onto that masonite board. And we're just going to put a wash of water over it. This is going to allow our pigment to flow a lot more smoothly. And we're going to take this about 3/4 of the way down the paper. Just some nice water, get it nice and juicy here. You can see the shine on my paper. And I'm using a flat brush. And there are different shapes of brushes. This one happens to be a flat one, nice for putting the water on the paper. And now we are adding some cyan blue from off of the palette onto the paper. Just back and forth strokes here. We're going to continue on down the page, just making that paint a little bit darker towards the top. The sky will always be darkest towards the top when you're doing a landscape. And then it's going to flow down the page and get lighter and lighter as it goes towards the horizon. Well, in this case, we're going to backwash some of that paint back into the top. I didn't think it was quite dark enough there. You can do that. I'm going to tip my board so that the darkest color will end up towards the top of the paper there. That just helps it flow just a little bit better. Now we're going to come back with a little bit different color here. We got some nice magenta going. Going to bring that down the page. You'll see that I'm keeping it nice and light there, because as you get towards the horizon line, it should be lighter. And here we're going to add just a little bit of yellow. Now remember, your pigment's going to dry a lot lighter than what it is when you put it on the paper. You can see here by the shine of the paper that my paper is still nice and wet. I'm going to grab some paper towel here. The shine's just barely starting to come off the paper, but not quite. We're going to twist up that paper towel. We're going to show you a very easy way to make some clouds. We're going to press that paper towel right onto the paper. And this is so super easy. You can put it in any configuration that you want. And here you can see some clouds forming on the paper. It's nice and soft here. The reason it's soft is because that paper is just a little bit wet yet. And so it allows it to blend. If the paper's too wet, it's just going to make your clouds go away. And here we got some nice clouds. And that's it. Now remember, guys, like and subscribe and watch for my other videos under Susan J. Atkinson. And you can find a lot of them under Speed Paint. So hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.